Today we're going to show you how to change the door seal on your dishwasher. It's a really easy job, no tools required. Let me show you how we do it. Now to replace the seal on this dishwasher, you simply need to remove the old one. Just grasp one of the bottom corners and pull it out of its channel. You may take note of how it was fitted in there. Just peel it out all the way around. You can discard that seal. Now our next step will be to clean that channel out. We want to make sure it's nice and clean and dry before we attempt to put in a new seal. So with a rag and some mild soap detergent, just wipe that all out. Now that we have that channel completely cleaned out and it's dry, we're about ready to install the gasket. One thing we should check before we go that far is to make sure that when we're closing the door that it does not rub on these two buttons. It's a good time to do that now that we've got the gasket out of the way. Just make sure there's equal clearance on both sides, and if not, we'll need to adjust the leveling legs on the front. So once we've verified that, we'll start with the adhesive that's supplied with the kit. We'll run an 1/8" bead all the way around that channel, and then we'll start with the gasket with the stripe facing the outside of the tub and the flipper pointing in. We'll start in both bottom corners, just push them into place there, and then we'll hit 2 points up at the top and then slowly fit it all the way in. So we'll start with an 1/8" bead all the way around. Now before we install the gasket, we want to make sure that we've gotten all of the area filled with adhesive. If there's any missed spots, be sure to fill those up. And if you have any excess that slipped out over the edge, just clean that up first. Now once you've verified that you have all the area covered, we'll double check our gasket and make sure that we're going to be putting it in the right way. There should normally be either a white stripe or a marked stripe on the outside edge that faces away from the inner tub. So we'll start with the 2 bottom corners. Just tuck that just to the bottom. We don't want it to go underneath the door. And make sure we have no twists in it. Do the opposite side. And we'll take one of the upper corners, and then we'll do the opposite corner. And then just slowly start feeding it in the rest of the way around. Push it all the way into the channel. Now if you manage to put a little too much adhesive in any spot, it should squeeze out, so we'll want to make sure that we wipe up any excess. Now, once we've made sure that we've removed any excess adhesive, we're ready to close the door up. We'll latch it shut, make sure it's not in a cycle, and we'll leave it closed for at least 24 hours for that adhesive to cure, and then we'll be ready to use it again. And our repair is complete.